worked that Saturday, uninvited, for free, on my day off, because I wanted to be around the winners. I wanted to be with the women that were making things happen in this company. And so, you guys, go where winning is happening in this company. Show up uninvited. If you have to go uninvited to the places where people are being celebrated, people are teaching leadership, people are growing and moving forward. And so there I was. I worked. They invited me to dinner. The people from corporate invited me to dinner. I went to dinner. Jill Love was there. Her name today is Jill Way. Yeah. She went from Jill Love to Jill Way. This is not a joke. And Jill Love said to me that night at dinner, "You are so great with the sales force." She goes, "You would be great doing what I do back in Dallas. I work in sales development. And after seminar, there are going to be some positions that are opening up in our department. And you should put a bid in for one of those jobs." Dallas? I want to work in Dallas. Like, I had been there and seen that. I'm like, yes. So sure enough, after seminar, 1994, 3 positions opened up in sales development. I put my bid in. They hired me. I moved from New Jersey to Dallas, Texas in November 1994. Started working in sales development. On day 1, guess what? I wasn't very good. In fact, the first 3 years in sales development, I did not get a promotion. I thought to myself, they sure do move slower down here in Texas. It's been 3 years, what is going on? See, they were promoting people, they just weren't promoting me. Just like their red jackets, every week there's a new red jacket in Mary Kay. Every month there are new on Target car drivers, there are new car qualifiers, there are new DIQs, and there are new debuts. You just have to get your name on that list. You just have to make a decision that you are going to be on the next list of winners in Mary Kay. And so that's what happened with me. I was a finalist for a promotion in sales development. It was me and Susan Johnson. How many of you in a Ruby seminar? You know Susan Johnson. Red lips, 5-inch heels, big smile, gorgeous dimples. Susan Johnson. And Greg Franklin was a person making the decision, and the woman from HR came into my office Friday at 4:45. She shut the door. She said, "Sean, Greg has decided to promote someone else." She got up, she laughed, I grabbed my things. I walked out, went to the lobby, I went to the elevators. I could hear Susan celebrating as I walked out of my office. I went home, lived in an apartment at the time. I turned off all the lights. From 6 to 10, I had scheduled a pity party. No joke, because I was teaching all day. I was teaching them like, you can't have a pity party for the rest of your life, right? So I would teach this to directors on the phone every day. So I was like, okay, I need a pity party, but I can't make it all, weekend long. So I said, I'll have a pity party today from 6 to 10. No TV, no music, no lights. In my apartment, 6 to 10. Around 8:30, I'm like, this pity party is terrible. Hurry up and end. You guys, stuff is going to happen, and you deserve a pity party, right? 4 minutes, awesome pity party. 4 hours, 4 days, forever, no, right? So there will be moments where you need to just kind of shut it down, but then you got to pick it back up and get going again. Okay? No one's perfect here, but you cannot live in a pity party. I have relatives, y'all have relatives, right, that live in their pity party. Yes. That is their lifestyle. What's your lifestyle? Pity party. You cannot live in your pity party. So, I woke up and got revived that weekend. Went in on Monday, they announced Susan's promotion. I said, you guys, we should take Susan out to celebrate her promotion. It was my idea. So I borrowed $20 and we took Susan out to celebrate her promotion. 6 months later, they called me in the office and said, there's a manager position open, and we're not going to post it because we know who our next manager is. And that person is you. And one of the reasons why we knew you were ready to be a manager, you were ready for this promotion, is because of the way you handled not getting the job the last time. Mary Kay taught us it's not what happens to you, it's how you respond that matters. And she was right. I showed up that Monday as a champion, not defeated, not disappointed, not devastated. I was determined that I was going to be the next manager. And they saw a champion show up. They knew that I didn't get it. And they were looking to see how I was going to respond. And I was the first to jump up and hug Susan. I was the one who recommended we take Susan out to celebrate. So you guys, it's how you respond to obstacles that matters most. A year and 3 months later, I got promoted to Director of Sales Development. 2 years later, National Director. 2 years later, Vice President. I was the youngest Vice President at Mary Kay, 32 years old. That was a long time ago. 11 years. I've been a Vice President for this amazing company. So from box making to the boardroom, that's been my 25-year journey. And I can't even explain to you all the moments that have been life-changing for me in this journey. I mean, some of the highlights, obviously the top director trips, we've traveled the world together. I got some great pictures of Nikki Hill, Hawaii, and Jenny. We just go every year. Some shit like, oh my God. Trips after trips after trips. And now, Miss Holly, we're going to be traveling on national sales directors. Threw out the first pitch at a Cardinals game. 30 years after Mary Kay threw out the first pitch at the Cardinals game.
Awesome.
You all know that the red jacket came from a Cardinals game?
Wow.
You all know that story? Oh yeah, so one of our national sales director emeritus, Ann Sullivan, lived in St. Louis, invited Mary Kay to come do an event. One of her director's husbands worked for the Cardinals, and in honor of Mary Kay Day at the Cardinals ballpark, Mary Kay was throwing out the first pitch. They ran a contest, and consultants could earn a red jacket to wear in honor of the Cardinals when Mary Kay threw out the first pitch. So Mary Kay threw out the first pitch. She loved the red jacket. She came back to Dallas and said, we need to do a contest where consultants can earn a red jacket. And that's how the red jacket program started. Yes. Well, at the end of this month, on August 30th, I am throwing out the first pitch again at a Cardinals game up in St. Louis. The first time it bounced on home plate. It's further than you think, okay, people? Don't judge me, all right? But all of you who are not red jackets, my challenge for you is to earn your red jacket by the time I throw out the pitch on August 3rd. That's my challenge for you. Is that if you're not in a red jacket, earn your red jacket so when I'm out there in the heat on the 30th, you can stand proud and say you're a red jacket when Sean keeps throwing out that pitch at the Cardinals game. It's Mary Kay Day at the ballpark again, and it's so exciting. I have gotten to introduce the national sales directors and the sales directors to the Vienna Boys Choir. I got to introduce the Vienna Boys Choir to the nationals and to the directors in a castle in Vienna twice. I've gotten to do that. I've gotten to give the keys to a family who lost everything in Hurricane Katrina to a brand new house that our Mary Kay sales force built in Mobile, Alabama through Habitat for Humanity. You talk about a life-changing experience. Handing the keys to that family was one of the most important moments in my life. They had never lived in a brand new house before, and that house was built by Mary Kay Salesforce members. Unbelievable. You guys, the moments that you will experience in your Mary Kay journey, if you will jump in and stay in and allow Mary Kay to treat you to experiences that you would never, ever, ever have on your own, is truly amazing. During seminar this year, I had to fly my brother to Dallas to drive my 2-year-old car to my mom in Virginia because she needed a new car. To be able to just put him on a plane and fly him out to Dallas to drive back a 2-year-old car so that she could have a brand new car, new to her. And I made my way over to the Mercedes dealership. Picked up a little Mercedes and replaced the car. I gave it to my mother. But to be able to spoil the people you love the most. I could have bought her the new Mercedes. Next time. Next time. I didn't think about that. All right. Next time. She is so, my mother has called me every day since getting this car. I mean, she's like, it talks to me. I'm like, no, she talks to me. How does she know what I was? I don't know the answers to these questions. It's amazing. So allow yourself. You guys, you have to understand, at the core of who I am, I'm still that box maker. But I'm a box maker who gets to travel the world, who gets to spoil people that I love the most, who gets to have friends for a lifetime that are making an impact and a difference and changing the world. You guys join me. I'm no different than you. I am no better than you. I just jumped in and kept running and figured a whole lot of stuff out along the way. One of the things that I love the most about Mary Kay Ash and spending the time that I spent with her, the thing I learned and loved really a lot about her was she was the queen of common sense. This business is not hard, has never been hard. Mary Kay did not do difficult. If you knew Mary Kay Ash, she did not do confusing, she did not do difficult. So if this business is hard for you, it's because you've made it hard. Mary Kay did not make this hard. You've made this more difficult than it needs to be. I mean, some of you are just powerful women. Some of you are nurses or work in the medical field, right? It's life or death to be a nurse, right? Like, you actually save people's lives. Like, seriously. You can't have a bad day as a nurse, right? You can't go to the hospital and be like, I don't feel like saving lives today. They should have gone to the other hospital. I had a headache, my feet hurt, I couldn't sleep last night. This is not the right day. This is not a good day. Right? Like, it's life or death to be a nurse. Some of you are teachers and principals and educators. They're my teachers and principals and educators and guidance counselors. Right? Y'all are keeping kids alive every day. Some of you are the emotional connection for those kids that help them not kill themselves. There were teachers who played a major role, coaches that played major roles in my life leading up to my adulthood. Seriously. So it is life or death as a teacher. Sometimes kids come to school and get hugs from teachers because that's the only hugs that they get. All you moms, like almost every hand was raised when I asked who moms are. It's life or death to be a mom, right? Guess who cares about your headache when you're a mom? Nobody! Nobody! You can't take 2 weeks off as a brand new mom. I don't feel like burping and feeding and cleaning this baby. I'm taking a vacation. Right? Like, it's life or death. How many of you are wives? Right? Life or his death. It's hard. Seriously. life for his